season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here we go. Check pitch. Ready?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to work. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Harris, and he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. This a quick pass to Davis. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
His first pass attempt of the game, Charles, and the pass rush was right there to hit him. But no fear, he delivered an accurate ball. Nice catch.
And you never want to see your quarterback getting hit, but it also sends a message to the rest of the team and is able to take that shot and still deliver downfield. Showing a little toughness, and the team rallies around him. This could really help them on their drive.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Here's Hill on the return. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Tua sets up to pass it. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. The Dolphins at 9-5 now on the year. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run again with Harris. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. On the slant, he's got Davis. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Now a first down carry for Harris to about the 33-yard line. Well, these two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. That one, a first down pickup of 8. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them. Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 35. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
These two teams all tied after one. Second and 12. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Allen on third. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. Harris running straight ahead. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. 95 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Red cycle. Hey.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On second down, this is Harris. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
They do go for it. Here's Allen. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
That's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out before he knew it. He'd hit the sideline. To throw, it's Allen. And Shark calls it in. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. On the delay, here's Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. He hit his first, this one from 38. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Come on, set.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Okay, ready?
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Cluster 6. Eagle blue. Ready?
On play action, here's Tua. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead now stands at 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here we go. Here
So
we go.
the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. In motion, Hill.
Drill 3.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Tua, a final shot before half. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So the completion good for just 3. And now third down and 6 to go.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This is Harris. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 62 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game. That has a chance to tighten up considerably.
Let's go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 2nd and 10, Tua. His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Harris will start the drive out.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On third down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there.
That's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Dolphins are back within a score.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will shrink to 6. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32.
66 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
That's quickly out wide to Davis.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And a guy that can change the game shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 2. On the ground, it's Harris. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A big one coming now for the kicker, Zane Gonzalez. This to make it a 2-score game. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Tua now on 1st down. And going deep for Hill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he does not get to the 1st down marker as they stop him at the 19. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Set, ready. Black Ultra. Ready?
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
117 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to get it back to a one-score game. The kick by Sanders is good, and that'll move him back within 6 now. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
He had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And he'll conserve whatever time he can as they'll opt to bring it out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch. Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now Hill to return it. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Tagovailoa. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Now one more shot at it. Obviously, again, they've got to go for the end zone.
Well, we've seen it happen before. How about Aaron Rodgers throughout his career? He seems to pull it off about every other week. But if I'm the defense, I'm rushing the quarterback and making him move away from his throwing arm. That makes it a little bit tougher to get it downfield.
Ready. Second. Red, cycle.
One final try for Tagovailoa. This for all the marbles. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. What a game we were treated to in this.